So it has been an absolute whirlwind with playing with these ports of Black Ops 1 and 2 on the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. They shadow drop with no warning. They were top sellers in the PlayStation Store. They dethroned Fortnite for the most active players on PlayStation, which I didn't think could ever happen. It was a lot of fun and a lot of drama attached to it because these ports are not very secure. There was a lot of things early on. There were conspiracies that PS5 and PS4 players could never match together. Turns out that was untrue the whole time. There's lots of misconceptions about what they actually were. People thought they were the PlayStation 3 version ported over. They're not. It's impossible to actually fully emulate a PlayStation 3 game on modern hardware, unfortunately, because of the cell processing of the PS3. So what you're playing on the PS5 and PS4 is actually a heavily modified version of the PC version of the game, or the Steam version, some people refer to it as, which is why the Black Ops 1 version had so much more problems, was because they actually ported over the pre-patched version of that, so the snipers were super inaccurate, hit detection was wonky, lobbies weren't backfilling. It's been a nutcase of a game here, and I can't imagine how this looks to the average Joe Schmo that just gets home from work, he's not on TikTok all day, he's not ingrained in the YouTubes or the TikToks or the Instagrams. He has no idea what's happening. He just boots up his PS5, goes to the store page, and sees that the original Black Ops and Black Ops 2 are back and they're the top sellers in the country. And they get on, and it's insecure, and there's people flying around the lobbies and editing classes and changing their rank like they're still playing on the old 360 hack servers. I think that's where the real main crux of this comes in, is that this is an amazing thing to enjoy classic Call of Duty, but it's not extremely secure. I think the idea of having PS5 and PS4 players play together is great. However, the security on the PlayStation 4 is lacking compared to the 5, and since both of them have recently been 100% jailbroken, the kind of tide is coming in. It's not looking good, and people are constantly trying to hack these ports, either to protest Sony's decision to end physical game media, or just to make Activision look bad, or there's even the guy who's pretending to be C Isn't Sharp, who ended up getting the real C Isn't Sharp doxxed, but then it turns out people are claiming he was already dead and it's his brother. Dude, it's a whole rabbit hole with what's going on in these ports, and I just want to say that from in a vacuum, I enjoy these because my first Call of Duty was the Modern Warfare 2 from 2009. My personal favorite Call of Duty is MW3 from 2011. But in between those two releases, we had, of course, Black Ops 1, and then after MW3, we had Black Ops 2. I still think those two are fantastic. I still think everything between 2007 and 2012 is just absolute gold. Nothing has ever touched those games, nothing ever will. And those who think differently are just jealous they weren't there to begin with. And these ports prove that it isn't an old head or an unk issue, it's a modern COD issue, because they dethroned Fortnite with more active players on just Black Ops 2 on just PS5. More players are playing that than all of Fortnite's game modes combined. That is insane. That should show you how important a good game is. It's not about the modern optics of it. It's just the cold hard truth that modern COD can't touch a single iota of that golden era, and they'll never do anything to recapture it, so now they're just going to port it to you in a half-baked state. Now, they have made some updates recently, they've updated hit detection, they've worked on input delay, and they've been trying to combat these modders. It's almost impossible, though, because it's kind of cooked into the code of the game. They were inherently unstable to begin with. That's why the Xbox 360 servers are still hacked into oblivion. I feel bad for those who see everyone enjoying the game now on the PlayStation 5, PS4, who are still on Xbox. I mean, Microsoft, it owns Activision, it owns Call of Duty. This is their first-party IP that's getting new servers and better security, quote-unquote better security, on the competitor's platform. And their own platform they own is just left in the dust, hacked to shit, no one can play it. I think that's wild. I don't understand why on earth Xbox hasn't fixed the issue or updated the servers for the modern consoles who can play these games backwards compatibility-wise. I don't know if they need to release just a new version, like these ports are technically a new version and not the original game. I don't know, but I will say one thing. As a hardcore Call of Duty fan, I enjoy the ports. I do know that they are bad. I do know there are issues with them. I do know it was kind of scummy to release them in this state. But what are we going to do? Because we're not buying Modern Warfare 4. So I just hope that they continue working on these and fix them because, dear God, what else are we going to play?